Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got the 4 vs 4 on Oasis of Shar. Looking on Team 1 as the Imperial Guard, we've got Phoenix, we've got Danelikis as the Tau Empire, we've got Kisuki as the Orks, and we have got Hamid as the Sisters of Battle. On the opposing team we've got Getsum playing as the Space Marines, we've got Kayuken playing as the Eldar, we've got Yo-Yo playing as the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters, and we've got Martin playing as the Eldar. So a very big map here, with lots of things to fight over in the middle. Got one relic here surrounded by 2 strategic points, one relic here surrounded by 4, and then another relic over here, which looks like it's going to be caught by Phoenix and his Imperial boys. Also lots of things in the way of slag deposits, 2 on either side of each map. Each map, but only one map, one on one map, boys and girls, as well as critical locations either side as well. So, plenty to fight over, and I imagine that this will be a main place of fighting and whatnot, but each team will have to at least earn one of these outlying ends, which does look like Martin is going to select those with his Eldar. Over here, Phoenix is going for it with his Imperial conscripts. And 4 scouts versus quite literally 28 brimming young men, although very easily killed, I might say. Imperial conscripts are not known for their staying, well, not necessarily staying power, but just being alive power. Well, the scouts will be slow but surely whittled down by them. While that's going on in the middle, we've got lots of Ork nonsense trying to beat back Stormtroopers and Guardians alike. Well, this is a lot for them to deal with. We've got some Fire Warriors coming in to provide some long-range support, and the Slugger Boys are making quick work of those Stormtroopers. One lonely Slugger Boy trying to avoid death and destruction, but these Guardian defenders don't seem to want him. Now a big push coming over. We do also have an Autarch. Wonderful looking unit. Little flags on the back. Lots of spinny, flippy, jumpy nonsense. Little charge animation to get close by. Big mech booming in with a teleport, knocking back a whole bunch of elite stormtroopers and tanking lots of damage from all these boys as well. Does seem like that the conscripts are holding firm, especially when they've got a commissar in their ranks. The Soul Marines just one-shotting more or less all these Imperial conscripts, knocking this guy flying millions of miles away. So they're playing a game of football. Lots of grenades and nonsense coming from these Dire Avengers. And what's Martin doing? Martin is following a Canoness and some sisters with an Autarch, taking some fire all around his frame and whatnot. Doesn't seem like he's going to get that harm cap that we expected before. You have to fight for every inch of land here. And the Tau Commander tries to ferry these guys away with some blue flame, but does look like he's going to go down through the combined arms and fire of a Dire Avenger squad and a Elite Stormtrooper. He does indeed go down. Big Mech is also going to be pushed away at the moment, so it does look like that the Southern team has managed to capture this area. Does look like they'll also be holding on to this part as well, but the Northern team has managed to capture this central part. Gonna pop down some heavy bolter turrets just for good measure. So I suppose really, I mean, they're only down by 1 relic. So even Stevens at the moment. Also easy for them to defend as well, with it being a central location. These further locations over here, you've got to kind of rely on 1 team member each, but these middle ones naturally defended by 2 players, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The odds massing in the middle. Over here we've got a Canoness who's now kind of alone in this world, going to be sliced up by a jumping Autarch. Also got some ranges as well. Going to be focusing on this missionary, annihilating his morale. As this it's just like he's just running around. That's a really cool little. Yeah, I like that. Run around, jump on their heads. It's like a game of Mario. So yeah, it all goes relatively quiet. We do have a What flag are you? Like a gay pride M&M, maybe? Who knows? I hope it's not political. Usually is, but I'm going to assume it's all in good faith. Anyway, we've got some Seraphins flying over. Been a while since we've seen some Seraphins on this channel. They're going to be falling back away from these Dire Avengers after throwing some flaming nonsense at them. Shooter boys with their big mech. They've also been supported by some Fire Warriors, although these Shooter boys don't seem to want to be alive. One lonely Guardian being cooked alive. And these sluggers looking to capture that relic, but deciding to start slap around these Guardians as best they can. Seraphins almost getting down the Autarch, but not quite there yet. As he does a flippy little... That's a cool little kick. Seraphins narrowly getting away. Orks gonna green these guys away from the combat going on around here. Guardians needs to get out of there as quick as they can. Warlock, last one standing, will go down sadly. It looks like the Southern team has managed to capture, or at least hold on to this right-hand side area, consolidating their holds and whatnot. Yeah, the Imperial Guard player is building up quite a nice little defensive structure over here. I imagine he's just going to turtle in this general area, burying stuff and bits about. Got some Rangers on the way. Killing that one Seraphim. Only one more left. And if these Rangers have anything to do about it, they will also finish her off. You'll be very careful with them. This critical location has been captured by Martin. They will want to take that down. If anything, just to reduce his line of sight. This guy's falling back quite a fair whack. I imagine... Where's the big mech going? Go on, get involved. Get slapping these Guardians. Or Rangers, sorry. Although then again, in saying that, we've got a significant amount of Stormtroopers now moving forward. Going to be seeing if they can reconquer and retake this area. Another Autarch. Do they get a charge or jumpy move against the building? They will attack it all the same. Breachers and Fire Warriors armed with a couple of pulse rifles. Lethal business. Grenade being thrown at them from a distance. Dark Reapers on the way. But we do have some shooters. Not with any big shooters at the moment, but we'll take them. Seraphin's going to jump over on this side. Trying to take care of these Rangers. More grenades going off everywhere and anywhere. Big mech just exploding everything and anything. Taking a lot of damage himself to that. Shooters. I mean, it's just grenades everywhere at this point. Dark Reapers falling back from the advancing forces of Orks and Sisters. Does look like this building is going to go down. That's taken him a fair while. A Wave Serpent now coming down. Star Cannon ready to rip and tear these smaller, fragile infantry units. The boys will have to be falling back. It does look like the Master's finally retaken this general little area over here. Well, Martin, with help from you. What's going on here? We've got some mechanized commands. Any cool things going on the bases at the moment? Any big tech? Not particularly. Thing a mech lab, that's something. Gonna see a manufactorum. What else we're going for? Support portals. Building SimCity over here. More support portals. Vipers on the way, as well as machine cuts. So everyone is in firmly in tier 2. We do have a Devilfish troop carrier knocking around here. In fact, let's flop over to the tower side just so we can see it in all its glory.
Ready for action.
Not able to push out as there is a significant amount of enemies over yonder. Everyone just waiting until something more viable is online for them. A trio of Vipers ready to hunt down anything and everything in their path. No one's trying to recapture this area, but then again, trying to recap Imperial Guard stuff is more or less impossible unless you come with the big guns. You have a heavy bottle turret also been placed here just for reasons. Assault Marines capturing that critical location. Triple Vipers, in fact, quadruple Vipers. Moving, or whatever verb you would want to use flying, there we go, that's a good verb, flying their way into the Ork base, making very quick work of this listing post if they decide to finish it off. There we go, they do finish it off. Now we're going to focus on the tech, taking down a couple of war banners. And war banners for the Orks are much more juicier targets in Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse, as they can be upgraded to have more population in there. Got a significant amount of Sentinel Scout Walkers on the way. Going to burn these Vipers to a crisp. But these are very nice little models. I don't say that about every single model, but that's because they all are. Glorious. They can also fire backwards as well, which is quite a unique feature for a Sentinel. Allows them to do a lot more hit and run gubbins. Vipers down here, they're causing all sorts of mischief. All the plasma generators for the Orks here have been annihilated. And that is one of the risks that you take when you build all your plasma generators together, as they have a tendency to make a chain reaction, exploding all the other plasma generators near them in Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse. These guys will be taken care of as these Die Avengers move forward. Over on this side, we do have a significant amount of Space Marines moving forward. Dreadnought spinning around, trying to take out this turret emplacement. Turret emplacement does look like it will go down, sadly. Going to see some Sentinel Scout Walkers from the Imperial Guard. And now that they've done their damage, they are going to move back with the Dreadnought falling. Sentinel Scout Walker, almost like he's playing with water, just throwing stuff at them. What were you? Oh, you are a anti-tank support. There we go, some missiles in the Imperial Guard. And they're fully qualified guardsmen, not conscripts. In fact, actually, both of these squads are fully qualified. They've done their GCSEs, they've passed with flying colours.
Broadside battle suits ready.
It's GCSEs in England, but I assume it's SATs in America. I think in Germany you just kind of just turn up and you're given a job when you're born. Not sure about all the other countries, to be fair. Autark just smashing everyone, anyone. Glorious stuff. It's like a hybrid combination of a Farseer and a Harlequin all rolled into one. Makes me think of God, in Dragon Ball Z, the big purple dude from the Ginyu Force, whatever he was called. That cat, he was cool. Oh, and more Vipers in the base. I do quite like this. If they can't win the central locations, what they're going to do is that they're going to focus on the economy, and then over time just out-tech their opponents, and that's when they'll strike. Which is a viable strategy if I ever heard of one myself. Wait, it looks like we've got tier 3 for the Imperial Guard over here. Let's have a quick look at the economies. 151 and 60, 264 and 159, 275 and 285, and 108 and 66. Compared to, well, fluctuating, but 252 and 106, 138 and 93, 92 and 0, Jesus, and 110 and 66. So yeah, the Northern team certainly has the economic advantage at this current state of the game. Lots of multi-melters almost taking out their Wave Serpent. At the moment, the Eldar don't really have anything to counteract these Sentinels. Big Mech finishing off that Wave Serpent. These guys are now going to focus, firing directly into this Autark's face, annihilating him. Dear oh dear, that is not what you want to see. Unless, of course, you're on the opposing team, I guess. Dark Reaper's now on the run. Going to be chased back home by these Sentinel Scouts. And to be honest, these Sentinel Scouts could just probably just walk into this side and just annihilate everything here. I mean, there's nothing really all that impressive going on. We do have a lot of stuff going on in the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters base. Remember what we said last time? These urban territories can be upgraded to give them extra blue money and whatnot, so they're just waiting for the late game. They're just going to hold on, find whatever little support they need, and then bring out the big guns later on in the form of Grey Knights and stuff, I guess. The siege continues over here. Lots of heavy bolter turrets. We do have a Dreadnought equipped with a Inferno cannon, which is just basically a flamer, but a little bit longer. Remember, in Dawn of War, size does matter. But on this side, the Sentinels still causing havoc and mayhem, killing that. What were you? You were something, but now you're dead. Hornet over here. Not having a good time. Webway gate going to be popped down here. For teleporting purposes, no doubt. You have an invisible Eldar base over here, so expect some trickery from the webway. And to be fair, is there anywhere that a webway gate could be placed where it's not too obvious? It'd be difficult, but not impossible. Shining spears, quick as you like. But let's have a quick look at these. Yeah, man. Amazing at quite a lot of things. You can specialise them with your shuriken cannons, your star lances, and also get an X-Arc for them. So like a little bit of a squad. Leman Russ battle tank. Good against basically everything and anything, more or less. Turret placement. Quickly melting down this Dreadnought. This Dreadnought is also going to feel the fury and the wrath of the Leman Russes and the Sentinel Scout Walkers armed with missile launchers. We've got some tactical marines over here, but with their missile launchers, yeah, sure, they'll be able to do a little bit of damage, but you take down that turret placement, there's still the issue of triple Leman Russes to deal with. We've got an artisan. He's quite a nice one. She's like a tech marine, but more shapely and better to look at. And probably more zealous as well, I imagine. Anyway, we've got a Hornet firing away, and look at the range on that bad boy. Fire Dragons as well to take care of these Sentinel Scout Walkers. And now with these Fire Dragons, these guys probably want to back away. Wait till these guys have been tied up by some Seraphins and whatnot. But Fire Dragons, it does look like they're good against infantry, buildings and vehicles. Wonder if that's just a bit of a typo. No, it actually seems to be that they're... Yeah, so these Fire Dragons are just good against most things. How much do you cost to reinforce though? That's the question. 70 blue money and 20 green money, so that they're not cheap whatsoever. Got some Hornets, look at those guys. Love the little shinies on them. Very good stuff. It's this Daca platform just drifting into the base. Feeling a bit of deja vu. Feel like I've been in this place before. Insert drum roll here. Anyway, these warp spiders ripping and tearing their way through the Tau base at the moment. These guys, with all their grenades and whatnot, can annihilate buildings and vehicles alike. While this Seer Council over yonder is going to be slicing away at this thermoplasma generator. What has the Tau built? They've gone for a guidance beacon. So I wonder if they spent all their money on trying to build up big stuff, rather than building up a fighting force. Either way, we've got lots of Orks and Leman Russes, and in fact the entirety of Team 1 moving in to support their ally. Got some Sunfire battle suits now. Going to equip themselves with some plasma rifles. And these guys are pretty lethal. Elite heavy infantry, 3 in a squad. Incredible range, incredible damage. Not all that quick though, do have a jumpy ability there. So that's something to take into consideration. A bit like how this Imperial Guard player you would normally see when people are turtling up. They just kind of stay where they are, but he's decided to come out to help a comrade in need, which is a comrade indeed. Support platforms wearing away. Dark Reapers also doing the same. Shooter boys now replete with their 4 big shooters. But this central piece over here, yet to be assailed, soon looks like it will be there. We've got to be careful, because while you're assaulting this place, we've got a whole bunch of... Oh no, never mind. We've got Get Some building the Great Wall of Terror. They can't get you if you can't get them. That's what we always say. What's happening there? Look at that's just impressive base building right there. Getting lots of Grey Knight teleporters. So imagine, looking from his perspective, how many have got people in them. Oh, he's just gonna Venerable Dreadnought. Yeah, so he's just gonna go and deep strike a whole bunch of bad stuff into them. We've got some hazard suits. These are cool. Long guns and whatnot. Also able to fight in melee should they need to. Do have a Soul Walker walking onto the field, but will be scared away by the sheer amount of firepower that is on the southern team. Hazard Suit's going to jump in, open fire as best they can. We will now see a whole bunch of Venerable Dreadnoughts just being teleported in, and this is certainly going to cause an issue for everyone and anyone. Disrupting the gun line, leaving the Hazard Suits and all that stuff to fight on their own a little bit, tanking all the damage. Venerable Dreadnoughts don't seem to be taking all that much in the way of damage at the moment, even though they are collapsing somewhat. Lots of flash kits, tank busters to take care of the big armour. More things going to be teleported in, some Grey Knight Terminators to keep these guys occupied. Good lord, I hope that you are not epileptic, because this is quite a show, quite a fireworks display. His Grey Knights, tanky as you like, but will go down eventually. These are the Terminator variants there, so you would expect them to hold the line a little bit longer than your average Grey Knight. See a Council also over here, causing a pain in the back lines. This is quite a strong Daca line from the Orks. What's going on here? While this is going on, the whole bunch of Basilisks being sliced and diced by the Soul Walker, and a good amount of Devastator Marines now moving forward. And these Devastator Marines will certainly be good and golden against this turret emplacement. And there is firing going on from somewhere. Where are you coming from? Ah! We have got a Whirlwind Mark 1 adding to the firepower, knocking around these Cassicans. Venerable Dreadnought still hunkering and chunkering these guys down. And on this side of the map we do have, we've got a mobile capital Imperialis. Look at that. Now if that isn't a land ship, I don't know what is. It is, I mean, my poor frame rate, but good lord have mercy on my soul. That's very good. Just gonna tank their way in, destroying anything and everything that they like. These Venerable Dreadnoughts aren't exactly scratching the itch, so to speak. Lehman Russ battle tanks, not able to stand up against the Devastators.
This feeble resistance
kind of throwing their tanks away a little bit there. But we do have another Basilisk, but will be slammed down by that dude over there. Ah, we've got Saint Arabella, a dark-winged saint, ferocious warp fire on her axe as she phases into the tank.
We are the Emperor's.
Vehicles are no match for her. Her artisan as well, just for good measure, chilling out with this mobile capital Imperialis. Get that model inside the Inquisitorial Demon Hunter's base and just watch it rip and annihilate anything and everything within its path. Basilisk on the front lines, it's not where you normally see it, will be instantly destroyed. Another two Basilisks also being built, probably want to cancel those guys, as this base looks like it's not going to survive for much longer. Air-shaker platform there, going to be built up, which will add to the defensive capabilities of this place. But these guys down here aren't seeming to react all that much to this incursion. They are focusing on, well that's because there's a whole metric ton of Venerable Dreadnoughts just ruining everything and anything. And not let the Sisters player fall. Ecclesiarchal Chapel taking a beating as just an unlimited amount of Dreadnoughts being podded into the base. Pow over here trying to hold off the line and doing it fairly successfully, I might add, but their models are quite low on health at the moment. They will need to do something about that, apart from give me a seizure with all their bright lights. A little small nuclear blast going on here. With each one that dies, we've got some Exis Sanctorums on the way. and an incarcerator. Basically a demon inside a box, which is definitely not heresy. A mobile capital Imperial has been chased off by all these vulture gunships and whatnot. Saint Arabella winding up powerful strikes against these fire dragons. No, she is not having a happy day. Looks like she's been stun locked and she'll be taken down. Not sure if she's already had her regen. Not she even has one, to be honest. But yeah, this monstrosity is going to fall back away from these dudes. Does seem like Imperial Guard has managed to defend this side. Tactical Marines to replace the Devastators as Kaskins run back over here. For Shaker platform, 2 in total. But looks like it's going to go for third as well. So that is something. Tau Empire pushing on into the middle. I want to say that I do apologise that I am missing quite a lot of action going on here, but it is a 4v4. Lord of mercy on my soul, there's so much going on. Mobile Capital Imperial is trying to stay alive by running away from this significant amount of vulture gunships. There are a lot of flash kits there that will make quick work of these boys. War boss now. Caught in the middle. Lots of fire. Jesus Christ, I need to turn the brightness down on this, I think. The Exorcist Sanctorum. Unlimited amounts of rockets. It's like a Kayushka, or whatever you call that. Support platform infiltrated, unable to be seen.
This feeble resistance will not dissuade.
But they will ignore it and decide to focus on these listening shrines instead. A significant amount of vulture gunships are causing absolute havoc and mayhem as these guys explode in a fury of bullets and badness. I mean, I don't even know what is even going on there. It's just blooming chaos is what it is. Stormhammer on the field. Lots of guns. Just annihilating everything and anything. Good against Titan's vehicles and aircraft. What you want to see going up against the sheer amount of armour that the Demon Inquisition player is bringing to the field. He'll quite happily just sit there for a while. He doesn't mind riding solo for a bit. Space Marine player building up some more Devastator Marines. Going to go for a third, fourth try at this indomitable Imperial Guard corner. Got a little bit of friendly fire going on there by the looks of things. Then again, they are Orks. They are still Xenos. Capital Imperialis looking like a little bit stuck on the Orks.
We are receiving fire.
Got a Scorpion super heavy tank. This guy could do some serious damage. Look at that bad boy. Good against Titan's buildings and vehicles. That Imperialis mobile fortress has to watch out for this bad boy. Well, then again, against flash kits and tank busters, seems to be not survived very well. A battle wagon. Look at that, lots of guns surrounded by these nuns. Confessor in the mix as well. War goes down on the shooter boys as the vulture gunships turns their attention towards trying to wipe out all this infantry. Does manage to kill a fair number of them with lethal efficiency. There's some Wraith Guard over here. Some armed with long guns, some armed with shorter guns. Crikey. Get me a new graphics card. This is insufferable.
Disengage, I repeat, disengage.
But good stuff from all players at the moment. You have lots and lots of hazard suits down here, being swarmed by these Grey Knight Terminators. An Incarcerator over here, exploding with baleful intent as an Avatar of Cain comes on over, flanked by Ancient Wraith Guard. And can the Avatar be useful in this game? We shall have to see. Going to storm his way over. See if he can slap anyone around with his swords. As these Grey Knights take out these hazard suits one at a time. Absolute insanity. Killing another dude. What's going on over here? The mobile capital Imperialis is once again stuck by the looks of things. Arson trying to fix her up. But the stormtroopers are going to move in for flanking stuff. You have a lot of heavy bolter turrets in the form of missiles and whatnot. You also have a Seer Council knocking around there. Avatar of Kane just going to nonchalantly walk into the Tau base as more hazard suits come online. And then what are you going to do? You're going to slap around that listening post. A good choice as any. And it seems that the Terminators have finally been terminated. Ancient Wraithguard. Seems like they've been air-moved into that thermoplasma generator place. Mobile capital, doofery doodad. Making quick work of this Scorpion super heavy tank. Venerable Dreadnoughts there. Coming back in force. Going to be doing a bad number on this mobile capital. Doofery doodad. Lots of missiles coming in from this Vulture. And the Scorpion super heavy tank will be going bye-bye. What else is happening? Avatar of Kane being bothered by these looters. An ouchie platform trying to be constructed. Ouchie indeed it is, as this Avatar of Kane is going to go down. Turned into ash once again. I do love his death animation. Definitely has to be the best death animation of the relic units, which is ironic considering that he's the one who dies the most from what I've seen in these games. Will do for going down. But these Grey Knights are also probably going to go down as well. But don't worry, easily replaceable. Wraithguard providing supporting fire for these Grey Knights. And what is going on at the moment? Anything exciting? Unless this is going to replace their fallen thingy. Not at the moment. We do have more vultures and whatnot coming in. Yeah, that's a lot of Grey Knights to deal with. But Jesus Christ, all just teleporting straight in. They're going to make absolute mischief and mayhem. Got lots of things being deep stricken in. Imperial Guard. Why are you dropping in? Ah, lots and lots of Cassicans, which are going to bring these guys down, but doesn't look like they'll be able to do it quick enough. Here's the Arkle Chapel. Oh, how do we miss this Phantom Titan? Look at him go. Firing away. Yeah, that's some serious range on that bad boy. Anyway, we do have Saint Arabella back out on the field, trying to keep these Grey Knights at bay, but there's very little he can do. We do have a Kroot Alpha Narlock Rider. What we quite like that is just hit the Soulstorm Vanilla Relic unit for the tower and just make it a mount. I love that effect from the big cannons coming from the Phantom Titan. But who are you? You are Kayukens. Let's see if we can... You're Kayuken, are you? Yeah. Let's see if we can hear the voice lines. Of course we can't, because it's just there's just too much fire going on. But anyway, yeah, this dude is just gonna... He's just basically making small warp storms. It's great. Now we've got these hazard suits. Now these guys can take down Titans. They have anti-Titan weaponry. But whether only one squad of them will do, I'm unsure. While this is going on, we do have the Space Marine player once again having another crack at this. Ironclad Dreadnoughts doing what they can. But sadly... Actually, I don't know, maybe. There's potential.
Fortifies air positive, and so our work is not
God, that was loud. I have no idea what that was, but amazing stuff.
Shadows with the fury of our ancestors. For the Inquisition.
We have got a battle fortress on the way up for the Orks. Might not be able to get past these warbanners. Oh no, there we go. 3.1 turn, and he's out of there. Grey Knights still wiping out anything and everything of the sisters. Katakan airborne veterans holding what may, but against 4 vulnerable dreadnoughts and some Grey Knight Terminators, you're not going to do all that much. Battle Fortress will attempt to support, but under the constant fire of this Phantom Titan. And this is just one Phantom Titan. I mean, there's potential for a whole new one as well. But it doesn't look like we'll see one. To be fair, one is all you need. Battle Fortress looking like it's going to go down as all these fire prisms moving on over here. Titan assembly beacon for the tower. Not sure if we'll see a Tower Titan anytime soon. Got a greater Narlock though. You might be able to scare these guys away temporarily. You have some Katakan airborne veterans trying to deny this area for the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters. I do like that voice. Good stuff. Got some more hazard suits over yonder. And it does look like that the... Oh, we've also got an Orca transport. So yeah, it does look like that the Sisters player will hold on just by the hair on her. Chinny chin chin. But still, it's a big setback, considering that. I mean, just look at this. What is your economy at the moment? 635 and 790. When the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters get into the late game, if they've got their economy on the go, there's not much you can really do against them. You know what I mean? All these Inquisitorial Demon Hunters things will be killed, but they could just summon more. Nary a cost to him. Although then again, look at that. Considering the amount of flirts he's got for... Considering that the amount of flirt that normally happens at this stage of the game, he doesn't have any in the way of blue flirt, so definitely spending every single penny. It's fantastic to see. Let's see if we can get a good cinematic shot from the Phantom Titan's perspective. Aha! Amazing stuff. POV, you're destroying the Imperium. Yeah, that's just tasty stuff right there. Coolio, what else is going to go on? Nothing too crazy. We've got more. In fact, not really much more going on over there. We do have a lot of industry commands. Not much in the way of Titans or anything like that. I don't think that these guys have got the economy for stuff like that. I mean, they've got... The Imperial Guard player's got the flirt for it. Tower player, not so much. Sisters have gone. Orks have gone. And I do believe that will be GG. We've got an extra 5 or so minutes on the game, but I'm going to call it there because there's no way these guys can come back, and I do also know the result of this. It is indeed the North team that wins. So, well done to all the players. That was a fantastic game to watch, and like I say, I think it's the first time we've seen a Phantom Titan on the channel. So, I think it was Phoenix who sent in the game. So, thank you ever so much, young man, for that. It's been a pleasure to do the game. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, £1 a month gets you 1 extra game a week and all that usual jazz. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never a chore, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.